Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another Stash Bash Take 10 with Shannon, Megan, and I. This is going to be my fourth project. I actually, even though it was only 3 weeks, I did a Crafty Maven commitment that was due, and I ended up using this kit. So I created two 12x12s, and this is going to be my second pocket page spread. Alright, so I love pocket pages, especially when I get down to a kit or a collection, and I just don't really have enough to make 12x12 spreads. Now in this case I actually do. I do have some larger size, but I wanted to kind of tackle the smaller scales of my scraps. And so the perfect way to do that is pocket page spread. You don't have to be a true project lifer. I am not, because our day-to-day when I go back to work and the kids go back to school really doesn't change other than the meals that we've ate or the clothes that we're wearing. So I'm noticing as my kids are getting older that, and because of the, I did go back to work full time, what, 4 years ago it's been, that I am taking less and less photos. In fact, the pocket page sleeve that you see there, that plastic sleeve, all those photos are for the month of June. There are no 12x12 size scrapbook layouts that are going to be my son's album. And that is because on the back side of this is the day that we went hiking, which if you've seen that video or you haven't, I'll make sure to link it below, but definitely go check it out. It's, for the month of June. And these are the photos that I took in the month of June. I mean, not much has changed. So it was just a photo of my kids and I. That day we had to go run errands, and we ended up stopping at Jamba Juice. I don't know if you guys have a Jamba Juice near you. It's kind of like using juice like orange juice or pineapple juice, and then they take different fruits and they kind of make it into like a slushy or a smoothie, and my kids absolutely love it. And then the other photo that you see there on the bottom left hand side, since I'm not really scrapbooking in order, I kind of just go with what I have and see where I could place and fit them in each card or each sleeve. But I have the photo of my son and my husband, and I've talked about this before, where we're usually behind the camera, so we're hardly ever in front of it with our kids, and my husband will try to snap pictures whenever he can. So he was just sitting there with my son. They were watching a documentary, and my son just kind of was resting his arms, in his hands on his dad's shoulders, and my husband thought that was really sweet. So he snapped a picture, and then of course my son was like, "Did you just take a selfie?" And my husband's like, "Yes." And he goes, "But my hair is sticking up in the back." And my husband's like, "Who cares?" So of course I took both. I printed out both those pictures, and I'm going to have that in the pocket spread because I think that'd be perfect. The other photo is going to be of the hiking trip, and my son is doing a dab. I didn't get to document it on the back side, even though I have another photo of my son doing the dab, and I wanted to document it on this. And even though my journaling is just kind of very short and to the point of each photo, I think recording the dab, that was a very trendy dance move back in as if it's been 10 years. Last year, doing the dab and the floss was huge, except for I don't think I have any photos of my son doing the floss. I think I just only have videos. So I definitely want to re-record that as well, or re-document it on the back side of this, so that way I could journal it a little bit. And then the other photo is my son and his sister, and then one of the neighbor boys in the John Deere tractor. And my son literally, the reason why I picked that card that says, "You said," is because he literally said, "I wish I still had my Jeep. This is too much fun." And he did. He had a blue Jeep, and we got rid of it years ago. And even though he's too big, and he's now 11, so he was 10 at the time, they're still kids. And so he's just like, "Man, I really wish I still had one of these." And, but he doesn't. So he still climbs in and gets in one of the little boys' Jeeps all the time and cruises around in it. Or the tractor, not the Jeep. All right, so anytime I need to have some filler cards, I like to look at my stickers and again, just kind of see what stickers I could use, and I back them up with foam adhesive. So that way it gives a little bit of dimension, it doesn't lay flat, and I really find that the Amazon big mega roll that I usually get from them is the perfect dimension. It's not, because I have some foam adhesive that is has so much dimension that it's just too much for my liking. But this dimension or adhesive tape that I get from Amazon is really great. All right, so now I'm just matting up the photo, and because I kind of want them together as if it was one photo of my husband and my son. So I just used some of scraps that I had from that collection. And I don't know much about football. I'm not a big sports watching person. So, and we don't have cable anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But I don't care for what a pattern is. Like, I don't always have to have the pattern being displayed. Sometimes I'm just using it for the color. So in this case, the full 12 by 12 sheet, the pattern was a football field. And you know how, like, with the news people, they draw the lines. Like I said, I don't know the verbiage on it, but they draw the line of a player, like, here's where he started and here's where he went, or whatever. The play, I guess. That's what was on that dark blue paper. So I just used it to map my photo, and then that way it worked perfectly against that play, stop, pause button, because that's what's on a TV remote control or a video game remote control. And in this case, my son and my husband, like I said, was watching TV. All right, so here's another filler. I'm now using that one where I fussy cut that hero out because I needed that card at the time. Plus, it wouldn't have worked how it was laid out because the hero was actually not horizontal, it was actually vertical on the card, and I don't have a 3x4 going in a horizontal fashion. So I'm just going to now place it on a new cardstock. And then again, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the other sticker, and that is just add some foam adhesive. I put down hero because my son really is a hero, is, you know, at his age. He's got a huge, huge heart. He is all about saving the world. He really is. He went to hit the school board and made this huge presentation with a couple of other friends of his about saving the planet, saving the animals, and what they could do on their part. And they came up with this idea of doing it by grade level of how they could take care of their school and all the trash and recycles. And they created trash bin and a recycle bin for each grade level, and they compete with one another, and whoever wins, it gets this popsicle party. And he goes to a really small school, so it's not like there's, you know, 300 students in that one grade level. But I just was pretty impressed by, you know, being that he's, you know, was at the time, he's probably 11, 10 or whatever, that he did that, you know. And I wanted to include that because, like I said, he has a big heart, and he's just always could with, even if it's little kids that want to play with them, he's not like, oh gosh, I'm too old for this. He'll be like, all right, I'll hang out with them, Mom. And, you know, there's not a whole lot of kids that play outside anymore, so my son is always like, oh, it's fine, I'll just go. And him and his sister do. They go play even if they are a little bit younger. All right, so now I'm moving on to the title card, and I am really into naming the month that this is in. And I thought I was going to do it exactly the same way I was going to create, or that I created my May card. But I thought, you know what, let's kind of change it up a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not a huge fan of it because as soon as I start putting it down in June, or the June in the middle versus starting it off all the way to the left, because I was also going to put the date, I'm putting it down and I'm like, I don't know if I like this, because now I have too much white space for my liking on this card, which is funny because I can do a 12 by 12 like that and I don't care. I don't know. But I put it down and I'm like, oh, it's a little too bland. I don't think I like this. And you'll see me grab some branding strips and was trying to figure out like how I can use it up a little bit better. Then I go and I grab a pen and I draw a square around the words of June. And then I'm like, okay, that's still not enough. I'm not liking this. Now what can I do? And then I thought, you know, Jen Scow released that Adornment, I think it is, that stamp alphabet set, which is so stinking cute. I love the idea. And that's when I was like, instead of, now that I put the pen going around the word June, why don't I kind of do an adornment with the stickers? So I had these 2 strips of scrap stickers left, and that's what I did. I'm not really a huge fan. I'm not really completely sold on it. But as I'm actually sitting here talking to you guys, I actually could put the 2 and the 0 on the left side and the 1 and the 8 on the other side. Okay, do you guys ever do that? I'm already done with this layout thinking I could just move on and go to the next project. But no, I think I actually might go back and do that and see how it looks. I don't know. But it won't be in my close-ups because I haven't done it yet. So anyways, guys, I'm just now going to do the same thing since I did that with the June. I'm now going to go ahead and trace the hero card because I felt like it was lacking a little bit, and do the same exact thing. And then I added a couple stickers on my journaling. I don't think my journaling is in the close-ups, but like I said, it really is just a very short description of each photo, and that's it. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining Megan, Shannon, and I for the month of June. I hope you found a lot of inspiration and are inspired to create your own mini kit to use up your stash. All right, everybody, if you don't mind, if you are new to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. I guess that's the new thing right now, where if you don't do it, then you don't get notified. I don't know. Too much changing with the algorithm, in my opinion, but go ahead and do that so that way you are notified whenever I have a new project created. And just want to say that you all have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.